And now, your Fox 24 Local Weather Authority forecast.
Stable weather has replaced the severe weather across the basin. This is a live look at Odessa. Look at that interesting cloud hovering right over downtown Odessa, but not thick enough and not certainly high enough to yield any rainfall. Thanks to our Springboard Center Sky Tracker for providing us this, again, interesting scene this morning. A cool and humid start, a more pleasant afternoon than yesterday. A satellite and radar showcasing mostly clear skies throughout most of the basin, some clouds in the Caprock, and also drifting near the Rio Grande. A much stormier weather pattern yesterday as we saw plenty of those thunderstorms roar on through the basin, and not only in West Texas, but also in southern and eastern Texas, as those storms were deadly in places like Houston. At least 4 people were confirmed dead. Plenty of storm reports, tornado reports, hail reports, lightning striking pole reports, and flash flooding reports all the way from the basin to Texas and beyond into the New Orleans area as well. But thankfully, most of the region that saw plenty of these storm reports are not going to be experiencing it today, unless we get that moisture to produce a few thunderstorms in southern areas of West Texas and also near New Orleans. But here in Midland, Odessa, likely rain-free today. 53 in Midland and Odessa, 96% relative humidity. It'll take a while until we really dry out. Northerly and westerly winds pretty light right now, and those winds will pick up a little bit, and where those winds will converge and pick up more once again along I-10 and southward near Fort Stockton, Alpine, and Dryden. That's where thunderstorms may form, but most likely will be rain-free in places like Midland and Odessa. Average high 89, reaching 84 today, below our average high 53, below our average low 63. A humid start, but drying out later today. Yearly rainfall equivalent precipitation 2.62 inches. Our daily record high of 103 set back in 2013. We won't reach that today, but we'll get closer to records this weekend. From north to south, generally in the 50s to start, but heating up in a big way this afternoon. For most in the high 70s, 80s, and low 90s. From north to south, again, a pleasant day to enjoy the outdoors, and pleasant overnight if you're going to be out and about. Temperatures in the 60s with lighter southerly winds, but those winds will pick up with more sunshine ahead. Later this weekend will heat up. Again, some wispy clouds, not going to be producing any rain today for most areas, and then we really heat up this weekend, as we'll likely see, again, widespread triple-digit heat and potentially triple-digit heat for the first time this season in places like Midland on Sunday. 80s today, high 90s tomorrow. I think we'll be just below 100, but more likely reaching 100, at least that, on Sunday and Monday. And then a little bit of relief in the heat by the middle of next week. Now, again, the big story, the weather story, has been the severe weather. It is no joke, you guys. You experienced it firsthand right here in the hail and the wind and all that.
Yeah, scary. The
Absolutely.
wind, that was another element.
Yeah, wind-driven hail. How about combining all that together? And we really emphasize on staying away from windows, right? We are oftentimes fascinated by severe weather, but it's an important reminder to really be safe out there.
Absolutely.
And our director, Paul Emerald, can really attest to that. He dealt with damaging wind-driven hail to one of his apartment windows yesterday. Taking a look at that photo that he took in northern Odessa. Take a look at that. You can see the floodwaters inundating Andrews Highway as his window smashed. Thankfully, he was not near the window at the time. He was actually confined in the most interior part of his home. It's a scene like this that, again, that reminds us to stay safe, and it's important to stay away from windows and glass, especially when we have severe weather in the forecast. That's right. But at least we'll be talking about more pleasant weather this weekend. Pool weather.
Yes.
You guys will be jumping in the pool?
I'll take a little dip, maybe. Yeah, 101. You definitely need something to cool off, for sure.
Absolutely. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to relief from the severe weather.
100%.
I can't believe I just did that. Coming up, we get a look